What's up, everyone? Good morning. Morning, everyone. Um, all right, let's go. Let's go through the watch list. What I'm watching today, guys. Three names on it right now. Obviously, more names could appear today because all we're doing is looking for looking for trend. What's up, Crush? What's up, Big Al? What's going on, guys? But on the watch list this morning, what I have, guys, is let's start at the top with QQQ. Those of you that trade NQ, this is applicable to NQ as well. If you look at the 1 hour time frame, guys, we have kind of a downtrend going on from yesterday. Now in pre-market, we're making lower highs on this 1 hour chart using the pre-market price action. If we break out of this, I'm looking for 429.66 to the upside, and then over 429.66, I'm looking for the all-time high of 430.24. Over that, then we'll go into price exploration mode again on QQQ, and we can trade upside there using fib extensions. So out of the gate, I'll be looking at QQQ long side because it looks decent as long as we hold 428.12. You can see here how we held it on the hourly time frame, and then we've held it in pre-market and in the after hour session on Friday really well. So this might be another case where as long as we break out of this range, it's like $1.40 worth of range. Break out of that range, we could see a really nice move to the upside or the downside. You can see what happened before when we lost 428.12 back on Tuesday. We fell all the way down, here to 425, and then we fell down again, when earnings were reported Tuesday night, some of those, Mag 7 earnings. So QQQ is one that I'm watching. Next one's going to be Meta. I like Meta's setup, even though we're a little extended here. I think if we can get over 475.67, we have a chance to go get 482.25. But I don't want to trade upside until we break 475.67 on Meta. So I'll be watching that one this morning. If we break it, that'll be a nice trade to the upside, I think, to 482. Yeah, I'll probably play 0 days for QQQ, Matt. And then the last one is Aapl, guys. Really like Aapl. It's moving up nicely in pre-market right now. I think if we the next level up, like I said, is 190. And then over that, I think we're going to see 192, and then we have the chance to go grab 195. Really big strength on Friday. Obviously, we played that flush play really well. So I just want to see if we can hold 187.63, and if we can, you guys can see here prior support, flip to resistance. Now we're breaking back over it, and if we retest it, it should confirm a support before we push higher to 190, 192. So that's what I'll be looking for on Aapl, QQQ, and Meta today, guys. Someone mentioned IWM. Yeah, I mean, this thing could fall down to 190.37. We just have to see if the market, if SPY holds, because SPY is looking pretty good in pre-market right now. QQQ is looking good. Everything's looking pretty decent. Sizing on the 2K account today, guys, is going to be about $440 per trade, somewhere in that general range. Yeah, we have earnings all week, Lambo. Tons of earnings this week, so that could make the markets chop. But I'm looking at QQQ longs out of the gate. Looking at 431 calls, guys. All right, I got filled on the 431 calls on QQQ. I like the long side setup. Only thing I don't like is Aapl is pulling. My fill is $53 a contract. I'll stop out at 20% loss. I couldn't type this one in. Netflix with the stick. There we go. We're green on QQQ calls here. 8 contracts. Like I said, about $440 per trade is what I'm looking to do today. 8 contracts, 431 calls on QQQ, $53 per contract. Yeah, Google looks good, Vinny. That's a stick on Google. Oh, buy signal on the Alpine algo. Hmm. Netflix looks good out of the gate. Here we go. 10% now on QQQ. I want to break pre-market high, guys, and my first target is 429.66 on the QQQ trade. If this works, we might stop out. I've accepted that. We're sized appropriately. If we have to stop out, it's no issues. Netflix is really strong out of the gate. Yeah, that's a huge candle on Netflix. A $12 candle. New high of day on QQQ. We just need to break pre-market high, I think, and then we can go grab 429.66 level. Google is really strong. Netflix is strong. Tesla is trying to hold 184 support. I'm going to scale some QQQ when we hit that 429.66 level. That's what I'm targeting over pre-market high. Google does look really good, Vinny. Dollar move right there. Apple, some weakness. I don't like that. Sorry, guys. I'm still trying to get my voice back. I'm down $2 a contract right now in the QQQ trade. Oh, you know, I don't even turn the news bot on for us. My fault. All right. Q's look good. Netflix looks really good. Google looks like it's going to try and take 146. Yeah, I saw you talking about Google and pre-market, Vinny. You were on it. Meta, new low of day. All right, guys, this will be my stop on QQQ if we can't hold this 200 EMA on the 2-minute time frame. We can always get back in. All right, I'm stopping out at QQQ, guys. All right, stopped out QQQ. We can always add back in to Qs. Unfortunately, with zeros, you just can't hold them like that. But don't worry, we'll find another trade. Yeah, GME is selling. Netflix looks pretty good. I just need to see a deeper pullback on that name. Oh, thanks, Crush. Yeah, there's new fake accounts of me every day. Apple looks weak. 921 EMA cross the downside. Netflix and Google look like they're counter the market right now. Yeah, I don't have anything on Tesla now until 179.39 if we keep falling. SPY could be a decent short side setup here. I'm watching SPY on the 2 minute time frame now. QQQ hit a new low of day. Nice work, Lambo. Puts on Meta. Yeah, I mean, you would just want a little bit of a deeper pullback, I feel like, on Meta because I wouldn't buy puts at low of day on a name. What does Netflix look like on the 2 minute? Netflix looks really good here, guys, for a buy upside. That's a hammer candle off the 13 EMA on the 2 minute time frame. I just don't like that everything's kind of pushing lower. But like 600 calls on Netflix might make a lot of sense here. All right, guys, I took them to 600 calls on Netflix at a dollar four contracts. We're up 10% on these right now. So all I'm doing now is looking for us to stay in trend. We got a nice little 10% pop here. QQQ potentially rebounding. If we can get SPY to push higher, I think we could probably take these. I mean, the high on these contracts is $1.84 today. They went all the way to $1.84, the second candle of the day. So if that happens, that's a move. Basically, that's an 85% move on these weeklies if we can get that same result. I don't like that a lot of names are pulling back here, but I do like that Netflix has the relative strength. Contracts are sitting at $1.07 right now. My average is 104 on them. But if we get another $5 candle on Netflix, these things will go, shoot back up in value. SPY holding the 200 EMA pretty nicely right here. Netflix calls are up 8%. 12% now on Netflix. 15% now. $20 now on Netflix, guys. %, 25, 26, 27. It's moving now. I'm going to take half off here, guys. Sell 2 contracts at 30%. I just sold 2. Now we're sitting at 33%. New high day on Google. $35 now on Netflix. QQQ new lows. What's up, Martin? If Q's loses this level, guys, we could see a big move down, but this is a big support level. Netflix is holding value, still holding 25% on Netflix. If we can get over this little what is this? 570 572.90. I think Netflix has a chance to run. Back to high of day. Especially if we get a bounce on QQQ at this level. But hopefully you guys saw all we did was wait for a pullback on Netflix. Netflix had strength and momentum. We bought the pullback. Now we just want to ride the wave. But that pullback resulted in a 35% move on the contracts. Disney breakout. Not yet. 97.50 is the Disney breakout level for me. All right, I'm gonna put my stops at break even on Netflix here. Meta continuing to drop lower. Still up 15% on Netflix. We're holding this. Let me show you guys what we're holding right here. You guys on YouTube, you can see it down here on the But all I want is just for us to hold this trend on the EMAs. We bought the hammer candle, and then 4 minutes later, we get a 35% move. All right, so I'm still up 7% on Netflix here. I still like it because QQQ is bouncing off that big support level I told you guys about in pre-market, 428.12. SPY's holding the 200 EMA, and we're back up 12% on the Netflix calls. Google's trying to push a new high of day as well. Yeah, Pagem. I always put the. Someone asked me that last night on Instagram. I don't like to do the hard stops unless I'm not going to be at the desk because I feel like they get ran. Now, if you're a supply and demand trader, this is a buy zone in my opinion on QQQ. I'm not a supply and demand trader, so I'm not buying the calls here, but this is a big bounce spot on Qs. With a stop with the candle close below 428.12. All right, guys, I closed out of Netflix. Oh, it didn't actually fill me. Never mind. I'm still in it. What are we looking like? Google looks good. Yeah, I got to close Netflix, guys. Netflix closed. Mm. Thinking potentially SPY to the upside here. Yeah, SMCI is looking good. We have data at 10, right? ISM services. I'm looking at the 495 calls on SPY. That's what I'm watching right here. I kind of want to take it before the data comes out, but I'm gonna wait because I think that's ill advised of me to do. Yeah, DWAC's getting volume. If the IV wasn't so high, I would slap weeklies on DWAC right now just to trade that volatility to the upside. $15 seconds, guys. I've got 495 calls loaded up right now. That's a good thing I didn't front run. QQQ, I'm watching downside now to 425. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know how to read that. Google still looks great though. If they hold the 200 EMA on SPY on the 5-minute, that might be a long side setup. They're holding 428.12 on QQQ. We still got a minute and 20 seconds on the 2-minute candle, and then we got a 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the 5-minute. Google's about to get a new high of day. There's new highs on Google. Yeah, I'm watching the trend on Google. I just haven't been able to get a good pullback on it. So depending on where they close Qs at here, the short side setup could still be in play. I don't like SPY longs unless we can hold 493, which we haven't on this candle yet. So no long side setup on SPY yet for me. I'd like to get a retest in a downtrend now on QQQ because we're in the gap level. So 425.74 is the next level down I have on QQQ. That's where you want to deploy zeros, where you have the ability to take, strikes that are $2 out of the money and put them in the money if it trades level to level. So I just want to see a pullback on QQQ to be able to get short now that we've broken through that level. And this is where newer traders will try and chase the low of day. It's not worth it. Wait, wait for the pullbacks. You have a SPY 494 call. If it's a 0-day call, I wouldn't be in any calls right now with that big candle. That probably wiped everyone out on anyone who was in a 0-day call. That's why I didn't want to front run the data. Google still looks good for more. Nice hammer candle off the 2 minute 13 EMA chart. New low of day on Martin. Why are you in longs, brother? Every time you get a big candle down, you're in longs, and every time you get a big candle up, you're going short. Green candles mean you should be long. Red candles mean you should be short. Yeah, Aapl looks good, guys. If we clear 187.63, I know you can close it, Martin. I'm just saying, like, don't. Why you're on the opposite side of every big candle that hits. We get a big green candle and you say you're short, but we get a big red candle and you say you're long. Do the opposite of what you've been doing, and you'll probably start to turn a profit. Netflix looks really good, guys. Yeah, I should have taken those DWAC calls. I just didn't like the IV on them. Damn. You don't have the cuts to close your position? I don't think you're actually doing options. I think you're doing, like, something else. Yeah, you're doing like the CDFs or something. You need to be trading the options or just trading futures on NQ. Yeah, DWAC's going for 46, then 50, it looks like. Nice work, Carl. If IWM loses this level, this is a good scale level here on IWM because it's the support area, 190.37. If we lose this, 188.77 is next. Apple looks really good right here to the upside. Yeah, Martin, you can't just hold positions, man. If you get into a trade for a specific reason and that reason becomes invalidated at any point in time, that's where you got to cut that position. Apple looking really, really good. Yeah, Martin, hopium is not a profitable strategy, unfortunately. Apple's about to get a new high of day, guys. On Disney, I'm waiting for I'm not sure who asked that, but on Disney, I'm waiting for 97.50. New lows on SPY. Google does look like it wants higher. Mr. Skilling. Yeah, so Google and Apple are counter indices right now. SPY near lows, QQQ near lows. I'll be right back, guys. All right, there goes Apple. It just tapped high of day. So now I want to see a pullback in Apple's trend. Pullback in the trend, and I'm going to trade up to 190. Disney, no setup till we break 97.50, guys. New high day on Google. So like I said, Apple and Google are counter QQQ and SPY. Q's new low of day, SPY new low of day. Haven't gotten a deep enough pullback on QQQ for me to feel comfortable shorting it yet. But Qs have room all the way down to 425.75 now. Next level on SPY right here is 491.40. If we lose this level on SPY at 491.40, I don't have anything until 488.75. Yeah, there's the move on QQQ. Those puts paid on that 428.12 break. I just didn't get a nice, I didn't get the retest I was looking for. Kind of hesitated, and I don't want to chase it at low of day. That's never a profitable strategy, to chase highs or chase lows. Yeah, Tesla is a nice, level to level, guys. Tesla's a really smooth mover to the downside today. Well, I want to wait till Apple pulls back into the EMAs. We need to pull back into the EMAs, and we need to make sure that the pullback into the EMAs is not a reversal. So, because QQQ and SPY are, pushing lows. SPY just broke 491.32 level. Kind of pissed because I hesitated on this move on QQQ on that pullback, and this is the exact move I said where we want to deploy zeros at. Anytime you can take 0 days from 428 all the way down to the next level at 425.75, that's when you want to deploy 0 days. because that's when they explode for you, not when you have a little bit of range between levels. But congratulations if anyone took QQQ puts. I just hesitated and I didn't take them. Shame on me. Tesla under 180 now. Key level on Tesla right here, getting ready to hit. It just hit. 179.39 is my key level. The low of day is 179.38. QQQ falling down to 426 now. BA might fall down to 200. You lost $100 today, Martin? Yeah. I feel like if you do the opposite of what you always do, you could probably do it. Yeah, so do the opposite of whatever you do, Martin. Most of the time it's working, but you said you lose 100 a day. I like that candle on Apple's 2-minute. I like that it held the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. The only thing I don't like about taking this Apple alongside setup is the whole entire market is pulling. Tesla just lost a big key level. Google's staying in trend. Google does look really good. But comfortably, I don't know if I can long Apple here with the whole market looking like it's falling off of a cliff. You've lost more money than Swaggy. What does Swaggy have to do with the CDFs that you're trading? Look, Swaggy, I'll show you. Swaggy lost $100. When? He's on YouTube. It's streaming to YouTube, guys. All right, tweezer bottom forming on QQQ's 5-minute. See why I didn't want a long Apple there, guys? All right, I'm looking for a pullback in trend now in these names. I don't want to buy IWM at low of day. I don't want to buy QQQ at low of day. These names are all trending, but I want to pull back. What about Tesla? Yeah, Tesla, need a pullback on Tesla. I'm not buying Tesla at low. Meta looks like it's trying to curl right here to the upside. All right, I'm watching the pullback here on QQQ. If we get a deep enough pullback, I'll short this. I also like the SPY pullback right here too, into this key level, 491.43. That's a potential short. We are kind of bear flagging on the 5-minute, bear flagging on the 2-minute. Yeah, Meta did get a hammer over the 9. I can't long Meta right now, until I see that trend form and get a pullback. I just have to stick to my my strategy there. But it does look like it's got a roundy bottom for sure. All right, guys, I took SPY 490 puts here on that pullback. SPY 490 puts, 10 contracts at $53 a contract. Now all I want to see is just continue trend down. They're up 10% right here. If we can trade back to low of day, we probably get a nice 40% move on these contracts. Google's finally starting to roll over. Down 3%, $2 a contract. Now we're break even. This is the pullback that I was saying. This is where you want to buy the pullback. And now what we want to do is just continue trend to the downside. That's all I'm looking for here. Is basically a new low of day for a scale opportunity. Buy something for 50 bucks, try and sell it for 60, 70 bucks basically. That's all we're looking to do is just try and flip these premiums. New low of day on Tesla again. Apple pulled back nicely. Google's falling, Apple's falling. Tesla, more new lows. I really like this short side setup. We just need continuation to the downside. I think if we lose 491.20, we'll see a nice move down to in the 490s again. Google just lost the 21 EMA. There we go. Here's 12% on SPY puts. Tesla's still drilling. Like I said, though, I want continuation. So I want to be able to scale some of these at 20%. 20% move on these right here it would, print us $125 gain just on this trade based on how we sized in on this trade. Cause I think this is a high quality setup. We just need the continuation. More new lows on Tesla. Now 177. The next level down on Tesla is 175.37 on my chart. God, I cannot wait till my voice comes back. 45 seconds on the 5-minute candle. Apple looks weak. Google looks weak. QQQ looks like it's in a bear flag as well. Again, part of the trend trading strategy is find the momentum and trend. That's step one. We're in a downtrend. Buy the pullback. That's step two. We bought a pullback at a key level. And now we just need continuation and trend for us to be able to ride the wave to, to our targets. And then once we do that, that's where we get actionable results if all of this happens. QQQ is like 15 cents away from a new low of day. Yeah, let's see if the SPY puts work. I'm down $2 a contract right now. Back to break even on the SPY puts now. I think if QQQ can make a new low of day, we'll see a nice pull on SPY. Tesla looks like it wants to fall. Again, I think if we get a 2-minute candle close under 491.20, we'll see that move back to 490. So again, I'm in the 490 puts, 0 days on SPY with a $53 average. And you guys can see on the 2 and on the 5-minute how we're kind of respecting that key level. All I'm looking for here is continuation and trend. Tesla, new low of day. EA looks good, Vinny. Yeah, I agree, Simon. New lows on Tesla. QQQ, 4 pennies away from a new low of day. New lows on QQQ. Tesla, new lows again. QQQ still pushing lower. 12% gain so far on SPY puts. 490 hits. That's where I'll scale a little bit here, I think. Should be about a 20% move. There we go. 20% now, guys. $21. All right, I sold half, guys, at 25%. We're at 30% now on the other. New low of day here. 35%. Stress-free trade. $50 now. I just sold 2 more contracts at 45%. $55 now. 60%. Sold 1 more contract at $78. Holding 2 contracts now. Huge trade. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hmm. You guys see why we aggressively scale on 0 days? I mean, I'm still sitting at 45% on the open P&L on the 2 contracts that I have left, but aggressively scaling allows you to lock in those profits and really build your account. Nice work, Simon. Now what I'm looking for is for these to go in the money. 65%. Now, since we have 2 contracts left, what you could do is you could target in the money on the 1 contract and then let 1 contract continue to run if it keeps going. You guys see why I really wish I would have taken QQQ puts on that 428.12 break? 428.12 all the way down to 425 even. $3 move on zeros in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 minutes. A $3 move. That's crazy. Still sitting up 35%. Next level down on QQQ, if we break 425, is 423.32. Do you guys see how easy trend trading can be if you actually take the trend trading setups? We took Netflix 35% on a pullback in trend, and we just took SPY 65% on a pullback in the trend. So when you guys start trading setups that are outside of trend, if you call yourself a trend trader, you have to ask yourself why. Why would you deploy your capital on setups when you know that the trend trading strategy works? I don't get the point of that. You mad, bro? All right, I just closed out of the rest of the SPY, guys. Filled it at $66 per. Nice 30% overall trade for us. All right. Well, we managed that one well. We got out. That was a good win there. Might be a nice pullback opportunity on QQQ short here too, along with another short on spot. Yeah, I mean we're in trend, so I don't know like how far down SPY is going to go. You know, I wish I knew, because then I would buy those puts and take them right into the money. But what I can say is that we just have a nice trend, right? So you can see we consolidated in the morning here. Let me go to the bigger screen to show you guys what I'm looking at. All right, so here we go. Consolidate in the morning, big move down, pull back right into a key level right here, and then new low of day, and we take it 65%. That's exactly what we're looking for. And that's why I keep telling you guys, if we just take these A plus setups, myself included, like I've taken some setups that are not A plus, but if we continue to take A plus setups, the accounts are going to grow as long as we're sizing appropriately. As long as we're not going in too heavy, we're not holding on to our runners, or we're not holding on to losing positions. You know, mathematically, it's impossible for your account not to grow. All right, I'm watching a QQQ short opportunity right here. Julian back to 495. You think SPY's going back to 495 today? I like this pullback on QQQ here for another new low potentially. 423 puts are only $25 a contract. They popped to a high today of $41. All right, guys, I'm trying to get filled on the QQQ 423 puts. All right, I got them. QQQ 423 puts, 0 days at $26 a contract. A little bit more of a riskier trade here, playing a little bit heavier too, but being in this trend, I kind of feel more confident in this trade. And now if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work and it'll eat in some of our profits today. That's okay. I'm willing to take that risk here because I think this setup, makes sense from a technical, perspective. We've got the key level, we're in trend. Now I just want to see us push down to 425. And if we lose 425, the next level that I have is 423.32. Could be reversal. So it could come back to bite me. If you guys aren't in, don't feel like you have to get in now. I just think that, I mean, I really like this setup. for, another low, especially if Tesla loses this 170 430 level. Google's about to get an EMA cross to the downside. Apple just pulled back into its 9 EMA after the EMA cross. So again, 1 to 2 risk to reward, being able to risk maybe 25, 30% to make 50, 60% like we did on that last SPY trade. That's what's going through my mind right now. Accepting the fact that it might not work, but knowing that it's a high probability setup in my opinion. Tesla just lost that level and it's going to lose 175. As long as we hold below this 13 EMA on the 2-minute time frame, I'm going to stay in QQQ. Again, this is a riskier trade, and there is more of a drawdown on it, but I like the setup here. I'd like taking this risk. Because we are in a well-defined trend. "45 seconds. I might have to stop out here, guys, if we can't get back down underneath the 13 EMA. Okay, they pulled us back down. Now we just want to see trend continue to the downside. That's it. That's a great buy candle off the 13 EMA right there on QQQ, actually. It's a shooting star candle in an uptrend. That means sellers are stepping in, buyers are getting exhausted. A minute and 30 seconds on the 5-minute candle. This will be a big 5-minute candle close here if we get a candle close below 425.75. But again, if it doesn't work, I can accept that. I took a risk here on the 2K account, played a little bit heavier because we're in a well-defined trend. We'll see what it gives us. I'm hoping that this is a pullback across the entire market for another leg down. Because Google's still under the EMAs. Apple, the EMAs haven't crossed the upside yet. So ideally, this is just a lower high on Apple. Meta is at a lower high. Meta is still in the downtrend. Tesla's in a very clear, defined downtrend as well. The key to this is going to be QQQ getting back under that 425.74 level. If we do, I think we could see accelerated selling back down to 425. SPY pulled right back into its EMAs as well. Tesla is holding that 175.30 level though, so and Apple's pushing higher. Yeah, these bastards might run my stop. I just know how good of a trend we're in right now, and I really don't want to. I don't want to pull out of this trend because the 5 minute is such a picture perfect trend right here. All we want is a move below 425.74. Google's kind of rejecting the EMAs right there. Meta's pulling back down lower, but again, Tesla's holding that 175.30 level. Elon's buying Tesla here. Yeah. Okay, here's that 425.74 level on QQQ. That's where I keep saying if we can get below that, I think we'll see a move back down to 425. And that's the move I want to capture on these contracts. That's why I'm trying to hold on to these. Yeah, DWAC had a nice pullback in the trend. I didn't continue to follow this one because the IV on it on the weeklies was a little too crazy for me. But if you guys don't believe in trend trading, I mean, DWAC shows it right there. Pull back into that 9 EMA and then push to a new high of day. Is it too much to ask for just one more bump to low of day on QQQ? 5-minute trend on Qs look really, really good. All right, guys, I got to stop out on Qs. Super frustrating. Stopped on Qs. Bastards, man. Yeah, I mean, SPY calls make sense here for me if we get over that 491.43 level. We couldn't get over it earlier, but if we get over it here, we could see a move back to that 200 EMA at 493. I like the Qs trade, guys. I would take that trade 10 out of 10 times. I probably held it too long, but I was trying to stay exposed to that 5-minute trade, so my entry probably could have been a little bit better, if anything. I just took SPY 495 calls. Risky trade. We've got like $240 of buying power left. So I took 33 contracts at $7 per. They just popped to 8, so we're up 7% right now. But I'm looking for a move back to at least 492.30, And then above that, looking for that 200 EMA around 493. But that is technically a reversal pattern on SPY. We just got over the key level. We're over the 9 EMA. And if we can just run these contracts back to, 40 bucks, that's a huge move from $7. Yeah, it's on the 2K club floor, guys, too. If you guys don't have the 2K alerts set. Here, I'll add it, Mel. That way you get notified when I take something on the 2K. This is riskier, guys, but we're not going into it with the full position size on our account. We only have 240 bucks we're going into it with, which is a little bit less than half of what we would go. SPY 495 calls. They're up 7% right now. We can just run these back to 10 bucks per. That'll be a 30% trade. Apple looks good, guys. If we get back over 187.63, Apple could go back to high of day at like 188. Is the 2K account blown day one? No, this is day 4 of the 2K account. Day 3. Yeah. There's a lot of haters on YouTube. There we go. 22% now on these SPY calls. I want to see us get these to $10 a contract because if we do that, that's a 30% move. Like I said, that'll be a really nice trade. If we can get over the 21 EMA on the 5 minute guys, I think we'll see a nice move. All right, let's see if we get this move here on SPY over the 21 EMA. The first level I'm going to look for, guys, is going to be 429.29. Sorry, 492.29. Talking about the 21 EMA and looking at numbers, a little bit of dyslexia there. But 492.30 is the next level up on SPY that I'm looking for if we take this 21 EMA over on the 5 minute. Tesla looking good for a recovery now. Apple looking pretty good. Volume on SPY here increasing. Yeah, you're right, Pedro. All right, we just got the 21 EMA on SPY's 5 minute. Apple looks good. Still green on SPY. QQQ got stuffed at the 21 EMA there. Technically, SPY did here as well. We need to get a candle close over the 21 EMA for continuation on SPY. Google's in a bit of a downtrend. All right, SPY's rolling over a little bit here. We might have to stop out of this position. Apple got stuffed at that 188, or sorry, 187, 78 level. Let's see what this 5-minute candle does. I knew this was going to be a riskier trade, being that far out of the money on the strike price. But this is where you can't hold it too long. Yeah, I did too, Tyler. I was green on it. We were only up $1 a contract. It was 21%, but I considered trimming some at that point. I just didn't because I was looking for a bigger move. All right, if the 5-minute holds this key level, guys, I'm going to stay exposed to SPY because this level here on the 5-minute was a level that we couldn't get over earlier. And now it looks like we're potentially going to try and hold it as support. So as long as this 5-minute holds, I think that SPY it's still valid that we could see higher. All right, so it couldn't hold that level, guys. All right, I'm out of SPY. Oh, that was frustrating. Yep, I closed it. I need to perfect my entries a little bit better. I'm gonna review some of these entries that I've taken because I think my entries are not solid. $18.57 is where we're at right now on the 2K account. After I was up 4% on the account. So rookie mistake of me, guys, feeling like I needed to keep trading today after I was up decent on that account. Good work, Strain. Yeah, Ready Player 21. I was up 4% on mine. So on that 2K count, I was up 4%, and then I let it come back down. Nas, the reason I took 495 calls on that one was because we had a little bit of buying power left, and I was looking to capture. If this trade works, I mean, those are going to go from $7 up to $30 per contract. Like that's going to be a 300% move. Yeah, I appreciate CPM. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. We had a $1,700 drawdown on the last one, and then took it up to $7,000 in the next 20 days. So uh, the red days don't stress me out. Yeah, taking 2K to 10K is it's pretty easy to do if you stick to your system and strategy. If I stuck to the strategy, guys, today and just we took the two trades that we took, Netflix 35%, SPY 65%. That's where I'm saying we were up 4% on the day, and then I tried to force it by trading some more. But again, the risk to reward was there for me. So as long as the risk to reward's there, I'll take those trades when I take them. QQQ trade, I'll take that every time. But again, I think I let that one go a little bit too far red. Had I cut that a little bit further, our account probably sitting around 2K right now. Goes back to always keeping your losses, small. Yep, there goes SPY back up. Like I said, I still like this setup. I just on the small account, you can't afford to hold that far down as much as I really wanted to. Those things are back to break even now. And I think the trade works. You just have to embrace you got to embrace taking losses. I think that's the biggest thing. It sucks. No one likes to lose, but it happens. Nice trend up on QQQ here. Ignoring the EMAs, we've got a nice trend since that tweezer bottom on the 5 minute. Now, like EMAs are still showing it's a downtrend, but if I do this, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. One of the reasons why I wanted to stay exposed to SPY, but my strike price, I probably could have went with a different strike, to be honest. But Qs are staying in a nice trend since that low of day tweezer bottom. Maybe like 493. 493 calls because the high of day is 490. What is high of day? 493.71, somewhere in there. I swear, man, if they take SPY back and flip it green, the problem with taking those the contracts that are further out of the money, right, is that when you buy something for $7 and you go down to $6, then you get down to $5, it's like, okay, I'm down 30% now on a $2 move down on the contracts. So trying to keep that risk to reward tight, you have to be very, very conscious of that. Same thing, same mistake I made on Disney, by the way, on last Thursday, right? I took the 100 calls. I probably took calls too far out of the money. Yeah, PayPal could be. The only reason I don't like it right here is because the EMAs aren't separated. EMAs are just like straight across. Once we get some trend going on PayPal, the next pullback is what I'd be looking at. And those SPY calls are back to 22% on the 495s. Nice trade, Tyler. Can't beat a 30% gain. Tesla with a really nice recovery too, guys, off that 175.37 level. Nice recovery back to like the next level is 179.39. I really wish I would have taken that Tesla short today. It traded its level to level really, really well. So something to think about tomorrow is if you look at Tesla recently, Tesla's been trading level to level really, really well. I say this a lot, but a lot of times what I look for is names that trade level to level. Not every name trades level to level really well all the time. If you remember last December when Tesla had that big sell off, it was trading level to level really, really well. Netflix was trading level to level really, really well. Right now, Tesla appears to be trading level to level pretty well. Yeah, Docu, big sell. Did Cat have earnings before market open? Damn. It's my fault. I should have known that. Wow. 315 puts went from $32 a contract to 435. Yeah. Palantir's in a downtrend strain, but we got a key level at 1667. On the 5 minute, it still looks like it's going to stay in downtrend. Underneath 1667, that's the big level to the downside. But it also kind of looks like it's trading sideways right now, so I'll just be careful with it. Yes, sir. PayPal starting to push. EMAs are separating a little bit here. One second, guys. There goes Palantir to the downside strain. I know you were asking about Palantir. I just saw it break that 1667 level. Now we're pushing lower. Keep your eyes on BA, guys. It looks like it's rolling over. 204 level to the downside, and then underneath 204, we got 200. So that's why I like those 200 puts. I think we could easily run these contracts back to, 140, 150. That'd be a 40 or 50% move here.